YouTube. How's everyone doing? Jags to Riches, James Peters. Thank you all so much for your time. Weekly update. Just want to take a look at the NBA. Of course, the Boston Celtics. A little bit of panic going on with the recent performance. Of course, no secret, the Celtics, right there as the number one team in the NBA, came out the gates on fire, have lost 4 out of the last 5 games. So there's a little bit of controversy going on, especially 2 tough losses to the Orlando Magic. And then just the whole aftermath of that. We did get a bright note of Rob Williams making his debut against the Magic. So he's now played in 2 games. So just want to kind of review everything. And of course, start with saying that we just need to hold our horses and pump that goddamn gas. Instead of hitting the gas, man, put your foot on the brake. Pump the brakes and just take a deep breath. I don't understand. And honestly, it's not as much the Celtics fans as everyone else that's overreacting, because I think Celtics fandom, we learned last year that you can start off a season, literally go halfway through it and be under 500 and end up, 2 wins away from a championship. So, I mean, it was a last year, December, we went 6-10 on the month, finished the month heading into the new year under 500 with less wins than losses, and the 10th damn seed before going on a historic midseason turnaround. Meanwhile, we started off this year as the number one team through the first quarter going into, the Christmas Day game. It's like, so again, the issue really has been more so with the Orlando Magic fans. Like, I get it. Eddie House kind of made a clown of himself, that post-game show on NBC Sports Boston. I don't know why he took that damn loss so hard against the Magic or what triggered him, but he really didn't show a lot of respect. And I always do feel like you should show your opponent respect. I mean, because the reality is that is a big win for that team, right? Their fans are extremely delusional. Guys, I live just north of Orlando, so I've been to multiple Magic games. So they can bullshit every other Celtics fan in the comments. They can't fool me. So when they talk shit about, when the Celtics come to the home to Orlando, and let me explain something. First off, every single Magic game, there's just as many of the home away team as there is the home team as far as fans. Every time I've gone to a Celtics game there's more green than there is blue. That's not an exaggeration. And this is a team. Last year, I went to the preseason game. We had Garrison Matthews, Peyton Pritchard, I think Juancho's still, like, those are the guys starting. They hit a last-second game winner in the preseason. In that entire arena, you would have thought that it was Game 7, a championship. Like, so sometimes you just got to remember who you're playing. Like, these December wins for them might be the highlight of their entire season. And that's fine. This is a team that is rebuilding. I mean, their fans have pissed me off so much. It sucks because I actually like the Magic. I could probably tell you more about that entire team than the majority of their fans because I watch and follow them very closely. I'm a big fan. Wagner, Paulo. I like the direction that they are going in. So, but you hear their fans saying that, they're finally getting healthy and now watch out for the Magic. You would really think that they think this team is going to make the playoffs now. And then when you ask them, since they're clearly the only team dealing with injuries, who these injured players they're referring to are, they will respond with Markelle Fultz and Mo Wagner. Now, Cole Anthony, Wendell Carter, I mean, granted, those are solid, rotation pieces, but when has guys like Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz, when have they ever been healthy, guys? Come on. And not to mention, a player on Orlando's, their stats are going to be a little bit more inflated than opposed to other teams. Look at guys like Fournier, Vucevic, Aaron Gordon. Compare their stats with the Magic compared to, the Knicks and Denver and some of these other teams that they are now on. So, again, the Celtics had won 10 straight games against the Magic. They've lost the last 2. Let the Magic have it, Eddie House. It is okay. Magic fans, really? Like, show a little class and act like you've been there before. Because I can quickly pull this up right here and show you, even after your glorious 2 wins, even after this incredible 6-game winning streak you're on, you are still right here in the 13th, time for 11th, if you want to call it that seed, right? Meanwhile, the Celtics are tied for the first seed. I could also take that down and I could show you this. This is the last 10 years. There's only been one season where you were above 500 and you barely squeaked that 42-40. Like, come on, guys. So it's like when you go into the comment sections and react the way you do, you just, like Eddie House had a point, you look a little goofy. It's like to say and act like you're the only team in the NBA that's injured. You could pick a team, and I guarantee they're dealing with injuries. Let's see. Minnesota. I don't Carl Anthony Towns. Memphis. Desmond Bain. How about Golden State? Curry. Boston. Didn't we just get back Rob Williams? Minnesota or Milwaukee just got back Chris Middleton. I mean, every single team is dealing with some sort of injury, several injuries, and I guarantee a lot of them are a lot more important to that team than Mo Wagner and Markel Fultz. So, I mean, moving on from them, because there were some glaring issues there. Let their fans, taking it away and getting back to the actual game itself. Looking at, this 4 out of the last 5, they lost to Golden State 123-107. That was the last game we talked about in my last video. They would follow that up with a loss to the Clippers 113-95. That was Kawhi getting back in his groove, looking great. They would then get an overtime win against the Lakers 122-118 before these back-to-back losses against Orlando 117-109 and then 92-95. Now, if you just take away the Orlando losses, they were coming off of a West Coast, / road trip where it was 6 games, Brooklyn, Toronto, and then pretty much, Lakers, Clippers, Golden State, Phoenix. They went 4-2 on what may end up being the most difficult, road trip of the entire season. 4-2. I mean, you get back Rob Williams. I mean, they are still, even in this, part where they seem to be struggling. One of the losses were Golden State, another to the Clippers. I mean, it is okay. These are things that happen throughout the season. That is what it is. I mean, no team is going to continue to be as hot as they were. No team, and we all know the Celtics are not going to continue to lose. I mean, as Joe Mazzulla put it, this is just part of the season. Ups, downs. It is a wave, a roller coaster, and you just have to ride it. Again, recently getting back Rob Williams. As you see at the bottom here, he's played in 2 games, averaging right around 17 minutes, 7.5 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. Some of the other teams, like I said, just looking around the league, Steph Curry with a bad injury. He's looking like he might be out 3 to 4 weeks. Again, I mentioned Kawhi Leonard. He's actually ramping it up. His playing minutes and performance have been excellent. I said the Bucks got back Chris Middleton. Atlanta got back Bojan Bogdanovic. So some key players actually getting healthy here. But the Boston Celtics, man, rebounds, second chance points. There are some glaring issues, especially that last play against the Magic in a 92-95 loss. Again, no Jason Tatum in that game, but to have a season low in points coming off of a game where you just lost to this team, it's like you would want a little bit of get back, especially, and they're currently on a 7-game homestand here. It's like that was the first game you drop, you come back, you would think that they'd really want that game too against them. So I get it, man. No Jason Tatum, only losing by 3. Jaylen Brown he had 24 points, 14 rebounds. Tatum in that first Magic game, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. So Al Horford got ejected because of that bullshit. But allowing a guy like Mo Wagner to score 25 points, 8 rebounds. Paulo is a stud. First round pick, overall pick for a reason. Had 20 in the first game, 30 plus in the second game. He is a stud. He's going to do what he's going to do. But allowing a guy like Wagner, and again, the offensive rebounds, especially 2 offensive rebounds in one sequence, and then that last inbound play, the confusion, just unacceptable. So the Celtics have been incredible. It's been an awesome start to the season again, but there are some issues and some things that they do need to address. Joe Mazzulla needs to, tighten a few things up. I just wanted to make this video again to simply remind everyone not to panic, not to overreact. This is just part of it, right? We were on damn near a 10-game winning streak. I mean, 8-game winning streak. I mean, you've got to take some of the L's with the W's to really appreciate the W's. So, you know, let's get back on track. This is actually a light part of our schedule, back to back against the Magic. Then we had the Pacers, the Timberwolves, and then we got the Bucks on Christmas Day, and then following that up with the Rockets. So again, T-Wolves, no Karl Anthony Towns, the Pacers, the Rockets. These are games that the Celtics should win. And then, of course, that battle on Christmas next Sunday against the Milwaukee Bucks. As you've seen in the standings, pretty much tied for first right now in not only the Eastern Conference, but the entire NBA. So that's going to be a really big time game. They're healthy now with Chris Middleton back, Giannis, Drew Holiday. So very, very excited to see. But again, guys, just wanted to make a quick video, kind of give an update of everything that's going on around the Celtics. Just trying to get healthy, getting Rob Williams back, and just trying to get out of this little bit of a rut or funk that they are in. 3-point shooting looked like shit too. It was also a season low, I believe, in 3-point shooting this past game. So for a team that, is the best 3-point shooting team when it comes to percentage and makes, I mean, bad shooting nights are only going to be a part of it, but they have to find other ways to win. And again, rebounds, second chance point, this is a continued issue. We've continued to talk about the front court. Do they need to beef it up? Do they need to bring someone in? Or the fact that they just got back Rob Williams, they just need to be patient and allow a little bit more time for him to get his legs under him. Al Horford missed a little bit of time. He's just getting back after, health and safety and then personal reasons. So they're just getting back their two key cogs in the front court now, Horford and Rob Williams. So be a little patient, give those guys a little bit of time to, again, get some minutes behind them and, get flowing again. And I think they'll be just fine. But again, guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your time. Jags to Riches, James Peters. If I don't talk to you again, I hope you have an excellent and a very Merry Christmas. Thank you all so much. Take care.